Welcome back to the Wildlands campaign. All right, take a deep breath. Let the troubles of the real world wash away in the filthy, tainted swamp water of this lair in the Thurbu quagmire of the Wildlands. Let's get into it. Last time, you guys, after some important discussions with Quee Fitzywell, traveled across several hexes. And in the course of various encounters, some of which involved combat, you decided to follow a frog that fled northward through the swamp and led you to, you hope, the current location of the Frog Talker, the leader of the Mud Witches, which are goblin shamans, and one of which you met at the very beginning of this campaign 3 real-time years ago. In Mud Witch, I mean. Now, in your traveling, as you rushed across the quagmire, trying to keep pace with both the frog and trying to stay safe in this unfamiliar and dangerous territory. Hey, Taladar! You failed your checks. In fact, you got 2 successes and 3 failures as you traveled due to various circumstances. But the 2 of you who were doing a kind of a scouting action as part of your travel were in the lead. I ruled due to that. So you have come upon the giant frog, about the size of a large dog, that you were following, slain in this dreadful-looking spot. After traveling through the Thurbu quagmire, it became less and less a place teeming with life, and more a place of death and rot, and acidic fumes boiling up from below. As it is now evening, this scene, this strange lair, is lit by the moon, as well as these glowing runes on truly ancient carvings. These truly ancient ruins that have that still remain here in the swamp. They hum with a certain power. But the scene is dominated by the rotten stench and another kind of darker power that emanates from below. You can see on this map, which is a little bit visually confusing, albeit cool, from the Geppetto Patreon, that there used to be, once upon a time, a bridge that was over this skull that is down in a pit. Now there are black waterfalls of goop that flow down into the eye sockets, and the bridge breaks off here, and it used to lead to this cavernous hole. Those of you watching, the players cannot see this stuff. Okay, that's only in my and your view, stream watchers. Is the stream live? Yeah, it should be live. It's just not showing up for me. May have to remedy that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Players, at this moment, Akiri and Vapos are first on the scene. You were examining this slain frog that you were following. Therefore, and you guys were in the lead. So the rest of the troop will be on the scene momentarily. You're about a dash worth of movement away from really being present on the battlefield. When we stopped last time, Vapos and Akiri felt and saw a shadow. Another creature, flapping wings, flying overhead, and whose shadow in the moonlight, as it fell over you, made the hair or feathers stand up on the backs of your necks, and a shiver down your spine. And as you glance upward, you can see this creature that has just flown over you, 45 feet up in the air. It is here. And it looks like a cross between a giant ape and a boar, with its bones poking through. This twisted, almost humorous-looking creature is gigantic. Almost 15 feet tall, with wings that, proportionally, are hilariously small. And as they flap, shed feathers and a rotten, dead skin kind of material as they flutter madly, keeping it aloft. Its shadow passes over you, and the red glow of its eyes reflects off of the muddy, gooey swamp. Vapos and Akiri. Akiri, I'm ruling that you are about 10 feet off the ground, since that's about the highest you could be and still see the corpse of this frog properly in the dark, the dim light, and the constant mist, the acrid mist that hovers over this area. However, the two of you may rearrange yourselves to be in any reasonable position within 10 feet of this frog. Do you have any questions about this terrain? About the scene before you?
I do want to ask really quick, the liquid that's all around us, is it like mostly watery in viscosity, or is it thicker, more like mud?
It's definitely an in-between place. It's like water in that it is flowing down, as you can see dimly over here.
Sure, but it's flowing slower than water would.
Yeah, you cannot see through it at all. It is dark and befouled. Okay. Would you guys like to move yourselves around at all, since I just stuck you on the map?
Yeah, I think Vapos would want to be a little closer up here.
Okay. And Akiri, are you good there?
Yep.
Okay, any other questions?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Okay. In that case... as the creature flies over you, and the shadow runs cold fingers down your spines, I'm going to need both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
One second on me. It's being slow.
17 for me.
It's 16 for me.
The very sight of this creature is enough to send fear through your body However, through your bodies. However, neither one of you becomes frightened. Even when its voice emanates from the horrible, twisted mockery of a giant boar's face. And it says, "You may not be here. You may not find this place.
Too late.
Die." And it reaches out its claws. And it is summoning forth a dark energy. I think last time, did I have you guys roll? I didn't have, yes, okay. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys roll initiative. Let me,
Alrighty.
How the fuck did I get a better initiative than you, Corey?
You have a really high dex.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see it now.
Despite being a monk, I have pretty low dex.
It's like you're so fucking fast, I keep forgetting that, like, you actually don't have that high of dex.
Okay. One second. Okay. All right. It says one more thing. It says, "Those who dwell below have forbidden you from speaking with the frog talker. And I am pleased to fulfill the favor owed." Curls, you will react the quickest to this situation.
So he hasn't actually, like, done anything.
He is
To us,
summoning
yeah.
dark magic into his long, fingernailed hands.
Alright. So he hasn't done anything yet, but he sure looks threatening. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, he is pointing at you, and he just said that.
Usually, not always, but usually when a flaming, not flaming, but flying evil-looking dude says, "You have to die now," I take it as threatening.
I mean, I'm not saying
Yeah, that's fair.
you have to engage combat. If you want to talk, you know, it's your turn. You can talk. You just react the quickest.
You know what? Just in case Akira's gonna say, "Oh, hi. Sorry, were we disturbing you? Oops." And then she's gonna cast Bane on him, just in case.
So you apologize, but then you curse him. Okay.
The apology is the curse.
What's
It's
it?
that old Southern language. One second. Charisma.
A charisma save. Okay. You feel almost a rebound from the force of his personality, of this twisted creature.
Oh, well.
And he shakes it off. He shakes it off and smiles and says, Terag, son of Onesiphoros, does not fall to such petty magics.
Rude. Okay.
You are in my domain, my prison.
Wow, you live like this?
Do you have any other actions or movement?
Nah, that's it.
Okay. What is the DC on your spells?
17.
That's what I thought. Okay. Vapos.
Yeah, Vapos might have been interested in talking with this person until they said they were repaying a favor to those who dwell below. So he is just going to activate his body of the elemental self, spending 4 key points, and ready himself for combat. But he can't do anything to this guy from that much distance while he's up in the air. So he's just going to take the dodge action.
Got it. All right, go ahead and give yourself an icon to remember that.
Yep. And that's my turn.
He is going to hurl a bolt of dark energy, dark lightning. Actually, first he's gonna move over here as he flies through the air, maintaining his height. And he's going to angle this line, since you guys are kind of diagonal to each other, with you down on the ground and her up in the air quarry.
Sure.
So he'll hit both of you. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay. A 21 for me.
A 23 for me.
Okay. You'll both make your save and take half of 29, which is 14 points of electricity damage, shock damage.
I take nothing.
The monk takes nothing.
Rude.
Okay. Upon seeing that, he sort of snarls and snorts, grunting through his nose, and
The monk is actually going to say into his mind with Visitor of the Astral Self, he's just going to say, "Come now, is that truly the best that the Netheros can do?"
Ooh.
you say
At least
the
wait
name.
until everyone else is here, Corey.
In his mind, he's the only one who can hear it. I don't say it aloud.
Oh, you're using your telepathy.
Yep.
Oh, cute. He has telepathy too. And he kind of shouts back at you, which normally creatures can't do. Shout at you with your own telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to reply in your minds.
Both of us? Or just Corey?
I am not their creature. They simply asked. And he's going to slam down. I summon thee! So he's going to slam down to the ground. And this is going to cause Vapos to need to make another dexterity saving throw as the earth shakes. I summon thee as a hole opens in the swamp ooze. I summon thee, Adufuk! And this creature comes out. This thing looks like a cross between a large human and a huge vulture. Long, sinewy limbs covered with small gray feathers, a long neck topped with a vulture head, and vast feathered wings. Okay. Your dexterity saving throw means that you keep your feet, Vapos.
Oh.
Okay. So, all of that magic and the loud boom of all of that sends the rest of you running. You all notice that and can now enter initiative. So let me get your tokens on the board before you roll. So you can select them. Okay, so the rest of you roll initiative now. Select your token and click the initiative button on your character sheet. If anyone can tell me from their notes how they knew about this possibility, how this was foreshadowed, you're going to get a bonus. Just saying. Taladar says, there's a joke there about water and below decks. Does Bref have a new mic? Or maybe the stream in general just sounds better tonight?
No, it's my little snowball.
Nice. Taladar, I think I adjusted things here on my desk. Akiri casts Bless Your Heart. Oh my god, yes, she totally did. She totally said Bless Your Heart to this fiend. Who's helping the Netheros. Wow, you live like this. I get the reference. Indeed. Okay. Maver got a 21. Wow. Okay. Mavra?
Yes.
We're going to say it's going to cost you 10 movement to get onto the edge of the map. But you may choose any of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares to show up on.
Okay.
And then you can take your turn normally.
I see there's not really much I can do because both of them are flying, aren't they?
This guy just landed. He just crashed down to the swamp and sent up this huge wave that rumbled and nearly knocked Vapos off his feet. This wave of muck. However, he's about 14 feet tall, and the muck is reaching almost up to his waist. So it is definitely a bit deep, at least in that spot. But he is grounded, and so is this creature that was just summoned at this moment.
Okay. I think I'm just going to move here. And I'm going to ready an action.
The stream looks and sounds super good today. That's awesome, Taladar. I'm not sure why that is, unless it's that, you know, maybe our neighbors are using less of our bandwidth or something. Mavra has moved there. All right. Did you choose a square to start in?
Yeah, I was just next to Breath.
Fine.
And then I'm going to ready an action, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Actually, Bella and Bref, why don't you guys pick squares to be in right now? You're gonna have the you're gonna be subject to the same rule. Did you say you're readying an action, Mavra?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Bella, it's your turn. You're down 10 feet of movement in order to get to this edge of the map. However, you may now act normally. You now can see through the mists in the dark.
I'm going to move here, and I'm going to say swift death to my enemies, and I'm going to shoot this motherfucker.
Okay. And the song comes forth from the bow. Swift
I'm not sure why that rolled twice.
Swift death to Tarag, son of Onesiphorus.
So that's a 16 to hit. I don't know why it rolled twice.
Don't you have advantage? Oh.
Yes, I do have advantage. So that's a 26 to hit.
That's very different.
That's very different.
You hit him.
All right, take 14 damage.
Straight up?
Yep.
Okay, and that's piercing? All piercing?
All piercing.
And magical.
Yep.
All right. $14?
Yes.
You got it. The arrow lodges in the fat and muscle that bulges all over this guy, and he grunts.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Mavra.
The bard stings and sings. All right, that purple dot, Mavra, is your inspiration, which you can use to give yourself a bonus on D20 roll. Anything else, Bella?
Nope.
That brings us to Bref's turn.
Right. I don't like the look of this muck. I enjoy water. This does not seem like water. I'm going to follow suit after my good pal Mavra. I'm going to come up here, using my remaining 30 feet. And I'm going to ready an attack for any enemy that comes within range. And that will end my turn.
Got it. Give yourself the ready icon. Akiri, you're up.
Alrighty. Harry is going to... Hold on. I'm gonna pop Beacon of Hope, just real quick.
Okay.
Right, and that is everyone. It's the full. She can get the full party. Wait a second. Yep, they can get anyone. She gets everyone in the party. You guys all have advantage on Wisdom saves and Death saves, and you get the max amount of hit points from healing.
And that's
That's
everybody.
any and all healing.
That's it, all allies in what radius?
30 feet.
30-foot radius. Alright, let's see how visually annoying it would be if we...
It's not a permanent radius, it's just when she casts it.
Oh, it's just when she got... Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Any number
I'm
of
going to
creatures
use
in
that
range.
to
Okay.
indicate that I've got it.
Alright. Well, everybody can give themselves icon of